Good morning. This is Shindo. Today I have an article from Mondawis, The War of Ideas in the Middle East. The title of this article is Facebook Censors Cartoon, Critical of Israel. The Palestinian Information Center, an independent Palestinian news website and network, had their Facebook temporarily suspended for publishing a 2009 cartoon from Brazilian political cartoonist Carlos Latuf. The graphic shows a woman walking and carrying a wounded child in front of an Israeli flag, with one of the blue banners of the flag covering her mouth. Latuf's text issues a warning. Shh! Denouncing Israel war crimes is anti-Semitism. This is not a far-flung radical concept, since criticism of Israel and or issues related to the U.S. relationship to Israel, including criticism or mentioning of the Israel lobby, are continually lambasted as anti-Semitic. The examples are endless. Even President Obama was accused of anti-Semitism. Recalling the war crimes committed during those gruesome 22 days in the winter of 2008-2009, when Israel pummeled the Gaza Strip, killing more than 1,300 people, including over 300 children, articulated in the Golden Report, released in September 2009, I asked Lutov if there was a special incident that prompted him to draw the cartoon in 2009. No, not a specific incident. Quote, no, not a specific incident, just to highlight the censorship often found on internet related to everything critical to Israel, unquote. Accusations of anti-Semitism are arguably the very first line of defense by Israel's ardent defenders. But draw or publish a cartoon about it? Censored on Facebook. The only vulgarity about this cartoon is the truth it helps expose. Responding to the news Facebook had removed his cartoon, Latov tweeted, quote, "This censorship proves exactly the point of cartoon," unquote. How ironic, really. Rami Salim, an administrator of the PIC's English Facebook page, told Mondawis, quote, "Cartoons are usually targeted by Facebook more than anything else, maybe because they appeal to people everywhere. Latuf's cartoons are widely shared on our page, and maybe that is why it was removed," unquote. PIC was not warned or notified prior to the removal of the cartoon. Quote, "It just disappeared," unquote, according to Salam. He continued, quote, "When we tried to log in, we got a message saying that the cartoon was removed because it violated Facebook policies, that our account that posted the cartoon is suspended for 3 days. The reason for this deletion and suspension is fickle and meaningless because the cartoon is not graphic, nor is it incite any kind of violence. The reason given is, quote, we removed the post below because it doesn't follow the Facebook community standards, unquote. They also threatened to delete the whole page, unquote. I asked Salam if this was an isolated incident, and he mentioned PIC was suspended for a day 2 weeks ago for posting this photograph of, quote, an Orthodox Jew and his daughter both carrying guns, unquote. He sent me this screenshot. We were also, quote, we were also suspended and got a couple of videos removed over a month ago. The new thing we have noticed is that the pictures/videos can now be removed by Facebook even if they follow the so-called community standards. This is scary because soon we will not be able to post anything, it seems. So yes, we do believe Facebook is pro-Israel policy is tightening the noose around our freedom of speech, unquote. Facebook Facebook community standards can be viewed here. During her trip to the U.S. in November 2015, Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister, Tzapi Hatvilei, met with representatives of YouTube and Google to discuss ways her ministry could cooperate, quote unquote, against, quote, inflammatory material, quote unquote. She claimed was inciting violence and terror attacks. Curiously, recently I searched for current videos of Israeli violence against Palestinians on both Google and YouTube, and the only videos readily available dated back to last October. Nothing current. Strange. Well, just goes to show you who's really in charge here. And Christians, if you think that the Jews are on your side, you're fools. You are complete fools. And the thing is, the Jews have been persecuted. They were persecuted for years and years and years, but they're not being persecuted now. Not like the Muslims who are being persecuted by Christians, and not like Christians who are being persecuted by Muslims, which is not happening here in this country, but does happen. I will admit it does happen. Of course, the Christians don't. They completely ignore what they do to others, but that's the way it goes. So, pay attention to what's going on, folks, because our freedom of speech, at least when it comes to the internet, is very much on shaky grounds. And Lord knows we can't ever say anything against God's chosen people, right? And that's not wrong for them to call themselves that. This is Shindo. Until next time.